around us. And surprise, surprise, there's nobody here at the moment. And a little landing just for a minute. Don't need the iPad so that can go away. Just make sure nothing's going to block the controls. Okay everybody, so just a few hints and tips on how to improve your hover, or how we actually manage to hover a helicopter. And it's one of those things eventually you just won't need to really think about. Yeah, just do it. Just like riding a bike, driving a car, brushing your teeth, combing your hair, hopefully. So it's not to focus too hard on the objective of the actual lesson, on what you're doing. It's to relax into it. So the things that will help the most is make sure you relax as much as possible. That doesn't mean say go loose and floppy in the cockpit. You've got to still move the controls around, but there should be no tension in your shoulders, in your arms, or in your legs, or in your feet. You shouldn't have heavy feet. And making sure you look outside. There's almost nothing inside the helicopter going to help you when hovering. We do need to keep an eye on it for temperature and pressures and performance limitations. But really, certainly in the early days, it's all about just looking through the windscreen ahead of us. And then where we look is important outside. So rather than fixate on one position, on one of those trees out there, it depends on what I need to do or what I'm finding difficult in the hover today. Now there is quite a bit of wind out there, so my pitch and roll, I'm just trying to keep that under control at the moment. So if I just make that look a little worse, there we go. The best way I can help to maintain that pitch and that roll with the cyclic is to look straight ahead at the horizon, because that's where we get the best information for pitch and roll. There we go, that's better. But I can't just simply look at the horizon all the time, because I won't notice exactly how high I'm above the ground, or whether indeed I'm necessarily going up or down. My peripheral vision picks up a lot of that now. But if I want to see how high I am, I do need to look a little bit close to the helicopter, but I mustn't look too close for too long, because I'm not looking at the horizon anymore, so I don't spot the pitch and roll change. So now my eyes are moving gently between, so up at the horizon, and about 20 foot in front of the helicopter right now, and everywhere in between. I'm not particularly looking left and right yet, so I'm looking straight ahead, and that way I've got my pitch and my roll and my height sorted. And the yaw, well, the best place to spot yaw is actually directly ahead of us, and so I've got a big wood that's like an oak tree ahead of me, and I'm pointing the helicopter that way. Now when we do look close to the helicopter, so I'm now looking at the grass about sort of 10 feet in front of the helicopter, I can still see pitch, roll and yaw and height. It's just not so obvious. But I say, with a bit of practice, it's really no big deal. It's not the end of the world, but it's not the best place to be looking. As I say, just to reiterate, I should be looking out in front of me, anywhere from about 20 foot in front of the helicopter, up to the horizon, the tree line. Nice and relaxed on the controls. If you look at my right hand, I don't have a tight grip on it. You can see me wiggling my fingers right now. Same with the collective. I've got hold of it, but I'm not holding on tight. And that allows me to make those small, precise inputs. My feet and the pedals, obviously I'm not going to wiggle my toes at you at the moment, but I am actually wiggling my toes inside my shoes, so my feet aren't very heavy on the pedals. Got nice light feet, and that allows me to make tiny little movements as necessary on the pedals. Now eventually you're going to be able to look out the side window and carry on hovering. Now things do change a little bit. Height looks no different, to be quite honest. Yaw looks no real different, but the pitch and the roll is suddenly changed when I'm looking out the right hand side. You see, looking out the right hand side, my brain now thinks that if I roll to the right, that actually looks like the nose is pitched down, but of course it hasn't. It's just rolled to the right, but that's because I'm now 90 degrees off. But eventually, as I say, with practice it's not a problem. You can look out the side window. And otherwise, it is just one of those things you have to keep practicing. And eventually it will all click into place. Eventually you'll catch up with the helicopter. And everybody says the same thing. Just one day it just falls into place and they suddenly realise, that's it, I'm hovering. There we go. I hope that's helped everybody. And bye for now. still watching. I guess that's about it for a month now. Now we're in lockdown again. But we can still do lots of studying. Yeah. Well, so please do join me for online ground school and of course quiz nights as well. See you later, bye for now.